Behind me, you see an ancient trail. This is what's called the Old Ancient Trail. It went off across through here. Old animal trail, hiking trails been used for hundreds of years. Indian trail. The Runestone's in a canyon, about 30 or 40 feet down into the canyon. It's in that building right down there. Up this creek is where the Runestone number 3 and the stone face was found. At the very top. Behind me lies, or inside that building, stuck in the ground, is one of the greatest mysteries that has ever plagued Oklahoma, or even North America. It's largely unknown, except for internet chatter and then a few books. Gloria Farley was one who wrote a book about it, and then Dr. Nelson came in. Other people have written just a few pages about it. No one's really written that much about it. But it's called the Heavener Runestone. And if it's correct in what some people believe, it would prove that either Goth or Germanic tribes or even Vikings have come here back in the 700s AD. Come with me. I'm Jackson Burns, the Redneck Archeologist, and we shall adventure to the unexplained. Behind me is the valley, all the way across here. All the way across there is the valley. In the current translation of the Heavener Runestone is Glomsdal. They think that the second letter is is an Elderfurthic, while the other, I'm sorry, it's a mixture of Elder and Younger Furthic is what the Danish fellow has described it to be. However, I believe it to be Goth, and I believe that the original translation of Ga'athalamid At is correct. The current translation of Glomsdal, this is supposed to be Glomsdal, which is Glom's Valley, is what it means. It means Glom's Valley, Valley of Glom. There's only been one over on that mountain. There's been one at the base of that one small runestone. That's Poto Runestone found there. The runes, or the eights in this eight here, are approximately the same size as in height as this one over here, the Shawnee. What's interesting is there's some movement up and down, and this movement here that actually seems to be real. The reason why is the first letter is Givo, which means G. This one we believe is Azul, which would be A in the Old Norse language. However, here is considered to be a bind rune. 175 miles that way, The Shawnee runestone was found, which we believe to be fake. The Poto runestone we have doubts about. We're about 50-50 on that one. However, we know that the runestone behind me, which is right below that building right there, it was definitely here in the 1830s when the Choctaws came through. Definitely here in the 1890s when other people have seen it, and on all the way up to the 1920s when it was first documented by the Smithsonian. 1923, I believe it was. A guy by the name of Kimmerer, who brought Gloria Farley here for the first time, was the one who first really sent any kind of documentation in. Now, there have been people that said that they think that it might be made by Frenchmen. They came in with La Salle, or a German that traveled with La Salle, that knew runic alphabets and whatever, and supposedly buried La Salle in this area, or made a property marker, boundary marker, or burial marker. We do know that there's probably someone in a cave down in there, or there was at one time. There is a cavern. It's really hard to accept that this means Glom's doll when no real pertinent runestones are even known back that way or have been found. While on top of this mountain, I have been told all my life by my grandfather and by the guy who donated this land to the state, and by many others, that this mountain is covered by runestones. We have affidavits signed by 2 or 3 people that we know of